Welcome, race fans, for another episode of Pure Racing Pit Reporters here on NASCAR's official YouTube channel. I'd like to introduce to you NASCAR's PR manager, Gianluca Guiglia, who is again with me today, and we have some special news. And my name is Andre Wiegold. I'm an editor and the reporter for the NASCAR Wheel and Euro series and the in-car reporter in the new NASCAR Esports series 2021. You can check out the first race, the season opener, on the YouTube channel as well. Together, we will bring you behind the scenes of Europe's official NASCAR series, and we have some special guests here today. We have some hot topics from the last couple of weeks to talk about. Two drivers changing team and the first round of the NASCAR Esports Series, as I mentioned. And we are going to start with our first guest. They will share the 66 DF1 Racing Chevrolet Camaro. We have here Patrick Lemarié and Simon Pilate.
Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, race fans. Returning behind the wheel after a long time spent away from the cockpit, but not away from motorsport, Patrick Lemarié entered the Euro NASCAR Pro Championship in 2020 and ran a partial schedule on the number 6 Euro NASCAR FJ car. In his first NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series season, Patrick, who co-founded the Feed Racing Academy with Jacques Villeneuve, collected 2 top 10s in 8 rounds. Welcome, Patrick.
Hi, everybody. Very happy to be with you guys.
And then we have a very young talent. In his first season of car racing, Simon Pilate impressed with his potential at the wheel of the 6 car, and he also earned a top 10 finish in his first outing in the Euro NASCAR Pro Championship at Grobnik. And he finished 8th in the Euro NASCAR 2 with 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s, and he grabbed his best results of the season at Valencia. Welcome, Simon.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me.
Okay, guys, let's start with the breaking news. You have a new home for 2021, DF1 Racing. How did it happen?
Well, first of all, we had a plan. After being for 15 years on my couch, I had a call from Jacques. It was 14 months ago. He said, "Hey, you have to race again, man. You're in a couch. You're busy with speed racing, but you have to race." I said, "Well, no, it's not for me. I don't want to race anymore." And we had a great run with Simon at the Feed Racing Academy, and I said, okay, well, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good experience for a young driver, very talented, to race with me, and so it started like that, and we spoke with Dario and Vic Motorsport, and we were expecting to do a good partnership, but the problem is we had the COVID, and the COVID, it was really, really complicated for everybody. For us, mainly because it was very difficult for Feed Racing Academy to survive and it was we are a startup, 2 years old, and we got the COVID and all the problem that goes with it. And in the same time, the team had a problem with the sponsor, so everything was so good on the paper, but the COVID, just broke a little bit everything. But we had a good season. We had a good run. Simon did an unbelievable job. It was very fast at every race, and we had a good run. But we could have kept going. But that's life. And sometimes it's good on the paper. Everything is there. The team was amazing. Big. They won many races, many championships. So it was not a question of this. It was sometimes everything is good, and we go, okay, that's gonna be a perfect thing for many years, and something happened, and the COVID was really a pain, and he broke a little bit everything, and so we had to make a decision quickly because Simon, he needs to win the championship this year, and I wanted to be sure then we could sign early, and DF1 make us a good proposal, and here we go.
Simon, no pressure on you. Huh? What's the feeling entering 2021 with the new team?
Well, I already talked to DF1 last year, and I really appreciated the ambience in the team, and the team was very very nice to me, even though I was with Vic at the time. And so I took the opportunity to be with them this year, and I hope that we'll win the championship with them.
Well, for sure, those are good goals for 2021. But let's look back a little bit to 2020. Despite all the difficulties with COVID and all the things we went through just to put together a season, what were the highest moments of 2020 for you guys? Who wants to go first?
Simon, go. What is you?
Well, I mean, for me, every race was kind of special. Like the first one, because it was my first ever race in Euro NASCAR or in a car race. So it was pretty special. And then I qualified second, so it was quite like I was a bit surprised. And then I remember Zolder was pretty special also because it was the first time on the rain with the car. And I just remember like being behind the car and I couldn't see a thing, so it was really special at that moment. And then Valencia, where I had two podiums, was also special for me and for the last race.
So you had fun every races, right? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so every race was special for me last year, honestly.
I think what is me was it was a little bit like, okay, I'm gonna go there, have some fun, be with Jack, have some beers, have a good run with Simon. But as soon as I put my butt in a car, it was my whole, you know everything came back to me. I wanted to race, I wanted to perform, but it was great fun because I really enjoyed the driving the car. The car is very challenging, it's very well balanced, very professional. No, just a driver and his car, that I really enjoy that. And when Jack told me you're gonna have fun, I said, well, we'll see. Mainly, I'm coming, to help Simon. We're gonna have fun together. But no, I was like, I want to race. I want to win. I want to work. I was like, get back to my old racing passion. And that's why I enjoy so much to be part of the championship, because the car was such amazing to drive. And I like the association with a young driver. I'm very focused on my field racing academy with Jack. We're spending a lot of time there, and it's part of having a young driver, very talented, who's coming from our academy, and drive with them every weekend. That's, for me, is the main excitement. And I have to say, then, is to be with a young driver like Simon is really enjoyable. The car is amazing, the champion is amazing, but all together makes me, then I want to race forever now.
Looks like you pick your appetite back up.
Yeah, really. I was like, it was not that far away, but I thought it was really far away, but it was not. It was right there. So I said, well, okay. The first race, I said, okay, I'm gonna take it easy, but no, you can't. You want to fight anyway. So, but I have to say, then sharing the car with Simon is really enjoyable. It is really part of me being in a series as well.
All right. So what's the next step? You said you have your appetite back, and what are your goals for the 2021 season with the new team, now with the experience you have in the car? And you've already mentioned, I have two questions. One, talented guy coming from the Feed Academy to Euro NASCAR. Are there going to be more talents coming to the series? So those are my two questions for you.
Well, first, I want to win every races. So I'm back in. So I'm gonna be dangerous this year. And the second is no, seriously, I'm gonna do it very seriously, and I wanna perform. I wanna have fun, and I really wanna help Simon to set up the car properly, to bring it, because he's super fast, he's super talented, and he need that second year to be really performing and get confidence, and I'm sure he will, because he's very talented. So but my task as well, I want to give him everything I know and making stronger this year. So that's a part of, at least I can answer the second question with that, because it's part of the academy, it's part of Feed Academy, and we hope in the very near future then we can have more like Simon, because we really believe then with Jacques then NASCAR is very, very good. How do you say, experience to for a driver, especially for a young driver, because the car is not easy to drive. The level is very high, and you have to be really, have a certain talent to understand quickly how the car is working. You brake footing, the gearbox is not that easy. So the kids who come, the young driver who come, can be performing very quickly in this kind of cars. That shows a very, very good talent, and that's what is happening with Simon. And we hope we could bring more driver to the series in the near future. Yeah.
Simon, your 2020 season started with a little bit of a difficult situation with a few retirements, and
Yes.
I remember you were quite upset in the paddock, and we were all telling you, be patient, it will come, it will be your turn. And then, well, it happened. Did you expect to be fighting for the top spots by the end of the year?
Well, like you said, the year didn't started like really well, but then further I got more experience for the starts and the overtakes, and so I really tried to put what I learned on the track, and that's how I managed to this time stay on track and to bring back results for the team. And yes, I hoped that I was doing my best to gain some spots that I lost in the beginning of the season. And I was happy to finish 8th of the championship at the end of the year.
All right. We have one question we always ask here in this format, and that's the next one. We've seen you both racing on the live stream. We have seen some social media stuff, but there's always one funny or interesting or entertaining story you had experienced in the 2020 season on or off track. So when you think about the last season, what is the most funniest or interesting story you have in mind? Nobody knows about because we haven't seen it on the live streaming or on social media yet.
Well, for me, it's definitely the first race, because it was 60 or 70 degrees in the car, and Jerome told us, and we have to do 2 races in the same day. I said, I look at Jacques. We were in the truck. I said, I'm not gonna make it, man. Yeah, I'm too old. I haven't trained for ages. I was looking at outside. It was like terrible degrees. I said, Jacques, I'm first lap. I'm gonna go in the gravels and stop the car because I won't be able to make it. And well, I did. But the very funny story, and after the checkered flag of the second race, it was maybe 70 degrees in the car. I was like suffocating, and I tried to get a drink, and and I was like, oh, finally, I because I was fighting with those crazy drivers. I was like, no rest, no time to drink. And so after the checkered flag, I said, oh, now I'm gonna have time to drink. And when I put the water in my mouth, it was like boiling. It was 70 degrees. Almost burned my mouth. It was crazy. It was terrible. It was so funny. I was like, oh no, I can't even drink. And I was suffocating. I was dead. But it was very funny because I was waiting for so long to have that drink. And I couldn't even taste it because it was boiling. But it was crazy that day. But because I'm sure we had 70 degrees in the car. It was terrible. It was terrible. I said, no more, man, no more. I was waiting for Zolder, who is very impatient.
Simon, we have one story I already know when you borrowed the car of your sister.
Yeah.
Do you have another story, or is this
story.
one?
So I did a joke with the team. So we had a group chat on WhatsApp, and as you know, Most was canceled, and instead we went to Croatia. And so I write to the team, all right, I arrive at the track, and they were like, okay. And I tell them that I arrive at Must, just to make a joke. And they're like, Must? No, that's not the track where we're racing. And I was like, No, everyone said it was at Mouse, so I'm here at the track. I'm waiting for you guys. And so they started panicking, and then I was like, okay, no, I'm at Grobnik. Don't worry. So that was a fun joke to do with the team.
Well, we had a funny one as well. A few years ago, if I remember correctly, a driver, I'm not going to mention his name, but a driver who was preparing an exam at the university when we called him, and, man, where are you? Home, studying? We're waiting for you for practice. Really? Is it today? Yes. And he took the car and drove 1,000 kilometers. Well,
Yeah, well, it was not really.
Can you show us that beautiful helmet you have behind you and explain us what's the meaning behind it?
Well, like, obviously I like colors, as you can see. So I wanted to represent something like that could show like kind of the speed. And so it's basically like droplets of paint, and that moves back with the speed. And then I also have like my logo. I don't know if you can see it.
The painter is very patient. Huh?
Yeah. So I have my logo with the Belgian flag in a stopwatch to also represent the world of motorsport, and then my logo to represent me. And then in the end also have my name. I found it pretty original with my blood type and the Feed Racing logo.
Good man.
That was my idea of it when I made it. So I've had a lot of comments on it during the season, but
good
I think
ones.
people like it.
The good comments or bad
yes,
comments?
good comments. No, only good comments.
Well, it was very funny because the first race at Vallelunga, it had a car. I don't know, it was a racing car, but a very small racing car.
Oh yes.
It had exactly the same decoration of Simon's helmet.
Yes.
I said, what is this car? It was his helmet with 4 wheels. I said, is that you? It was exactly the same. It was crazy.
And I think our commentator Mark Werrell also tied it with found a connection with an art car. I don't know if it was a BMW. I'm not sure, art car. But I'm gonna find it. It's on Facebook. He commented below one of your posts. I think.
Yes, it's possible. I think I remember. Yes.
And, yeah, we're gonna ask Mark. So you're definitely not using that helmet in the virtual world on iRacing, but
not yet.
But you did pretty well, huh? Last Tuesday in the first round of the Euro NASCAR Esports Series. So this is a question for you, but also for Patrick. How is it going, and how is it helping you develop and training for the season?
Well, I think it's going pretty well. Last race, I had a bit of a hard start, but then I still managed to catch back and finish 6th. So it was a good result. I think the car is very difficult on iRacing. The car is a lot of oversteer. So after lap 1, it's just about surviving. At least that was the case at Daytona. But then I think it helps me because 2 of the tracks on the calendar this year I never been to, or no, 3 actually with Must, and 2 on them are on iRacing. So I think it will help me learn the track more easily. And then of course it can help you prepare for, or maybe help you to develop other techniques that you can test without having the fear of crashing the car or taking your life away. So I think that's the way it can help me. That's at least for my part.
Well, me, I'm too old, man. I can't. I still have Xbox controller. What can I do? You know, it's impossible for me. So I leave Simon to train, and yeah, I'll do what I can. But you know, it's fun to watch though. But you know, I'm crushing too
And you
much.
see,
I'm crushing too much.
and what we see is that many sim racers and drivers, so they tend to be good on both sides. We have guys like Simon, like Alonde, like Guillaume de Flandre. They are quick on both sides, so that must be helping. How do you see the role of simulators in the future, Patrick?
What I see Simon in the future?
The role of simulators, like iRacing.
Roller simulator. Well, we have a kind of old vision with Jacques about it. For example, at the academy, we don't use any data or simulator. We like to be on a you know, on the track and listen the guy how he's braking and develop his own feeling with the car. I think simulator can be useful a little bit. You know, learning a new track, doing some lab like that, but he will never replace the reality, because you when you are in a car, you have that weird feeling. Then you have to be careful of not crashing the car, of course, and that feeling, then you will never, if you do a mistake, you in a reality you don't press escape and do it again. So he has to, I think it's like everything, a little bit is good, too much I don't think. If you do too much, you when you drive, and when you be really performing driving, you're losing a little bit something. It's our point of view. It's maybe not the point of view, but and the second hand, if you are like really a specialist of, you know, online thing, uh, be careful, because now teams are signing drivers just only to be working on the simulator, and they will never see the track. So uh, that's why we have eraser at the academy, but we want to put them in the car very quickly, because sometimes they're good, but sometimes they have a problem to see the last 2 3 tenths. Where's the feeling to go get the last 3 tenths, and that is your feeling, and that you can have it only driving. So it's good. It's good to learn track. It's good to do a little bit. It's good to, you know, you will come to the race. So you do 100 laps in your simulator, and so the track is back in your head and everything. But it has to be in a part of your head. But when you're driving and when you're in a car, it's a different story. And to get those 3 tenths, what we see is they can be quick and the good times, but it's hard to get the last 3 tenths, because the last 3 tenths is really the feelings. And that feelings, if you do too much simulator, it's you're losing a little bit that part. That's why at the academy we don't do this. We want the driver mainly concerned of driving, braking, using have the feeling with the car. And after, when you're racing, you're getting into you know, you will work with data, you will work with different things, and we will have time to do that. But at academy, we think, especially for a young driver, you really need to drive and have that feeling with the car. And of course, it's easier. You plug your computer, you do many laps. But be careful of having too many laps and losing a little bit that reality who makes the difference at the end.
Thank you so much for
Very
that.
interesting. Very interesting.
For the insights. That's it for now. Thank you so much for your time today. We will see you both in the DF1 Racing number 66 Chevrolet Camaro next year in the 2021 NASCAR World Year Series. And we Simon. We will see each other on the virtual track next week, Tuesday. I will make sure to respect the blue flags when you're behind me, and to tell something very nice about you on the commentary, because I'm way too slow to catch up with you guys in front. So I'm still struggling to find the seconds, but it's great for me as a media guy, not a race car driver, to share the virtual track at least with you, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next race on the Brands Hatch Indy track.
Not easy.
Yep. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. We are looking forward to see you in the new team, the Austrian team DF1 Racing. And for now, please follow us on social media and also visit euronascar.com for the latest updates, and leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel to not miss any video in the future, because there's more news coming up here on this channel.
And of course, if you have any question, send us, leave a comment, ask us by using the hashtag AskPRPR, your Pure Racing Pit Reporters. Thank you, Patrick, and thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.